Here we go. Why can't I hear myself in the microphone? There we go. All right. We might be back. I don't know. What do you think? What are the chances of this?
I mean, it's possible.
Oh, yeah. I got it in the ears.
We're back.
Sounds good. Just a quick little reboot of a 20-year-old MacBook Pro.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
no big.
big deal. All right, so we are back with Season 4, Episode 21. Boat's done.
Boat's done.
Check ride this afternoon.
Sea trial.
It's a little quick little sea trial, quick little rip around Pierce Island. Or CV Island, whatever. CV Island. Yeah. I can't wait to go fish on it tomorrow. I'm very stoked.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
And then, yeah. Daughter's costing me a shitload more money. She made the Seacoast Elite team. So we're back. Back for another ride.
When's that?
August-ish time frame. I don't know. Sometime.
And that runs right through the fall.
Oh, that runs until next Father's Day. Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
I mean, as much as I'd like to be a father right now, like, part of me's like,
I
don't have to go to soccer practice.
I look back at like everything that we used to do and like trying to say and think that I was fucking busy.
But it's cool to see her like excel in something. And
Oh, it's
enjoy
awesome.
it, you know?
I would not change anything in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's the best. I wouldn't do anything differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
And she's not even in high school yet.
no. It's busy. Like last night we went down there. That's why so I was like looking at my week, right? So Sunday finished boat up. Hadn't put fuel in it yet. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get fuel on Monday. That's what I did Monday after work. So Monday I get to work, run, grab fuel, and I'm like, I don't really have time. I don't necessarily want to like try and jam this boat in right now. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll just come home, park the truck, be good. And then yesterday I was like, shit, I still got to get my motor back to Timmy. So I dropped that off yesterday. And then we went down to Seacoast because they have it's the USL2. So it's like the second, there's MLS, USL 1, USL 2. So it's all college kids. It's like a New England, or it's not a New England league, but like they have regions. And
Yeah.
so we went down and watched them play last night. So I couldn't get the boat in the water. And then today I had work again. And left work at like 3:30. I got home and I was just like, I was on a mission. And Leah's like, why are you like grumpy and like flying around here? I was like, I'm putting this boat in the fucking water before I have to go fish on it tomorrow. Because if something goes wrong, I need to be able to fix it. And she's like, well, like the girls aren't going to be ready in time. And I was like, this is where parenting 101 just kills me. And it's mainly because I'm like, I don't give a shit. Don't bring anything with you.
Yeah.
You don't need time to get, like, you're literally outside in clothing that is acceptable to just get in the truck and go.
You need a life jacket.
It's in the truck all the time. Lives in there. So I literally have everything you're needing. We're going to be gone for an hour. You'll fucking survive with nothing else. I don't care. Just get in the fucking truck. And Leah's like, well, I got to get the girls ready. And I'm like, well, what has to get ready? I was like, I'm going to hook up to my truck and I'm pulling out of this driveway. She's like, well, just go without us. I was like, well, if you guys want to go, that is the schedule. Like, out.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. And she's like, all right, well, I'll see. And I'm like, just tell them to come get in the truck. They don't need anything. They're not bringing anything on the boat. I'm telling them no to everything. I don't give a shit if they want to bring a stuffy, a fucking umbrella, or a goddamn unicorn that they just adopted. Thanks for the feedback, George. We're back. This is round 3. So
Our technical.
we're going to go quick over some stuff here.
Our IT department just got back to us and said
Yeah.
we sound good.
Old fucking Ishmael fucking fixed us up. But so they wanted to come, and then George wanted to come. George helped with the boat all weekend, so I was like, all right, I'll bite the bullet. I'll wait. Didn't want to wait. Was on a time crunch. And then, so he met us there. We were just like tooling around. I already made sure forward and reverse worked. That was good. Didn't test the kill switch, but I had the kill switch off and the boat doesn't turn on. So, yeah. I mean,
Probably works.
Probably works. I don't wear a kill switch very often. I probably should. I will when it's like sporty or like sketchy, but
Probably the biggest thing is if you were to wear it when you're by yourself.
yeah, that's normally I'll try and remember to clip it on.
At least when you're underway.
And then, but a couple changes to the boat layout wise. Not that anyone will see it ever, but I moved the batteries. There's more storage underneath now. I changed
in the console.
Yeah, I changed how they were laid out a little bit because I had to remove the battery tray to get my fat ass in there. The next time I am working on that boat, I am cutting a fucking hole in that center console.
Also, like I mentioned the first time we started this, nobody be mad at. I mean, it's not like you can be mad at a manufacturer.
No. Yeah, so the big.
How many times did you say that to yourself when you were crawling in that center console?
Oh, a lot. Especially, so Saturday, got the old motor off in under 3 hours. I mean, everything gone. All the wiring inside disconnected. Everything outside disconnected. Done. 3 hours. Motor off on a pallet. Good to go. Then started the installation. And so it was like, there's some cleaning. We got the motor hung. And then it was like, all right, let's clean up some other stuff around. Trying to figure out how I wanted to run some different things. And like, I cleaned up the rear splash well a bunch. So it's everything now is on the starboard side.
Yeah.
So there's nothing there's nothing flopping around in the center. Like I can reach down and get in that hatch. No problem now. Like I just redid some things that were annoying the shit out of me. I did lose my trash bunk because I had to put an oil tank somewhere. So like got all that shit in, and then we started pulling fucking cables and shit, and that sucked. So if you build a boat and you're going to build a raceway, build 2 at the very least. Do yourself a favor. I'm leaning towards like 3 to 5 next time I build a boat. I will have fucking tubes for everything. Everything will be on its own and isolated and easy to pull new shit in and old shit out. And like there was a time like I was sitting there like trying to force a cable, a shifting cable through, and I didn't know if it was going to go. I had no clue. I'm like, if this doesn't go, what the fuck are my options here? I don't have options, so it's got to go. So we're just going to keep smashing a dick into a wall and hope it fucking breaks through. And miraculously it did. We got it in, got everything mounted. Actually had the controls almost perfectly. I just had to trim it a little bit.
Yeah.
Got those in, and then the key switch is on the controls now. So I have an open hole, but I did just get delivered a pad. I got a phone pad because I've never had anywhere to like hold my phone. I always just throw it face down on my dash. Now I've got a nice Seafoam phone holder. It's going to go right over
the hole.
So it'll be perfect. I do need to drill and put some vents in because it smells like gasoline in there right now. Oh, George just dumped a bunch of pictures in.
Smells like gasoline in the...
Just because like the fill...
Oh, yeah.
Is right below it. So just like when you fill the boat and it's full of fuel.
Yeah.
Just the vent, it just vents up into that center console. And if I didn't think about it and I didn't have a door cracked open or anything. So it was just like pumping fucking vapor into there. And I stuck my head in. I was like, whoa, all right. I love the smell of gasoline. But yeah, it ran fucking great. It rides. I don't know if it's, and like I didn't trim or play with the motor at all, but like it was riding flat, but it feels like you're riding on like the last fucking foot of the hull. Like it feels like you're almost like chine walking. Like it's going to be, I really want to see what it's like empty, like with just me in it.
Yeah.
And see how fast it, because I mean,
see how fast it is and see like what it's like on glass.
We were doing 35 against the tide today.
Yeah.
With 3 adults and 2 kids on board and a full tank of fuel. Like not even trying. Like it was insane. And it just pops up so smooth, so easy.
Yeah.
So quiet. Like it's weird. Like we were coming through back channel just blasting Lil Wayne. It was awesome. I was in my element. I was like, this is it. Yeah. This is what we work for. Mm-hmm. Then I'm like, all right, what's the next boat? How big can I go? Like, I did measure out the shop the other day. I am going to cut that fucking bench when I have some fucking free time on my hands. Probably the next rainy day. Not this weekend, because it's Father's Day weekend.
And
so
you have soccer all weekend.
Where else would I be but a soccer field? Fuck. Yeah. Soccer last night. We went down and watched the Phantoms play. That was cool. We got soccer Saturday, 9 o'clock and at 2 o'clock, so that day is gone. And then 11 o'clock on Sunday. So, again, day's pretty much gone. But we'll get to see Leah's sister and her kids, so at least for a little bit. Yeah. Might hit up Beans.
Yeah.
Go check out the old LL Bean, see what they got going.
Ages.
Well, it's in the one of either run 2 or 1 of this podcast already. We had talked about, the time and what we used to do with ourselves, sans kids, and how much more time we had. And like I think about all the trips I took to LL Bean. Just
like at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock at night.
Sitting at your house or sitting at Ruby's going, let's go to LL Bean.
Yeah. What are you doing tonight? Nothing. All right, cool. Let's go to LL Bean.
Yeah.
We'll be back at like 2. It's all right.
Now it's like a production.
Yeah. I still can get like if Leah's got the girls or like those are the days when I'm just like, holy shit, I can get so much shit done around here. Where I'm not like, all right, come on, let's get in the car. Let's like no. Like, and the thing that like they haven't realized yet that like and I'm waiting for them, like Liv is getting there to the point where she's like understanding that like if I just like hurry up and get in the car, I know I can ask for something and Dad's gonna go like buy it.
Yeah.
But when you fucking sit there and needle me for fucking 20 minutes to get fucking these stuffies and crayons and fucking notebooks and coloring things and bracelet making shit and fucking snacks and all this shit, by the time we're out of the house and you ask me for something, I'm ready to fucking kill you. So the answer is always no. If I say, hey, come get in the truck right now, and you're in the truck, and then you're like, hey, can we grab fucking BK on the way? Sure. Fuck it. I didn't plan on bringing any food. You want some food? Yeah, let's hammer through and do something easy. Mm-hmm. It's not the most financially responsible thing. Like, we could take food from the house and take that extra 5 minutes, but normally when I'm ready to go, let's go. We're out of the house. We'll deal with everything else later. There are stores in which we can do stuff. It's sort of like packing for a trip up north with a wife. You know how that goes? It's like there is not a grocery store in the state of Maine outside of York.
My God.
It's unreal. Like, when we did the ice fishing trips, like, we're going up and, like, they're like, all right, well, we got to get milk, eggs, bread, and we got to do this and this. And I'm like, there's a grocery store 6 minutes from the house we're going to.
It's not like you're going to the North Maine woods.
Right. We're not going off grid. And if we're going off grid, just get me 2 boxes of protein bars and a 12-pack of Red Bull. I'm good.
When Mandy and I did that day trip to Rangeley, she's like, what do we need to bring? I was like,
yourself.
Yeah. I mean, like, bring a book.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be fishing. And I guess we could bring some waters. But, like, there's places we can stop.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, the Aquastic Grocery has literally everything you need. May not be the cheapest, but they got the essentials.
They got literally everything you need there.
They got liquor.
Yeah.
Beer. Pizza.
Their sandwiches are so good.
Oh, dude. So good. And then the Portage.
Yeah.
That fucking place is unreal.
So nice.
It's expensive, but it's delicious.
You know what else is expensive? And we went there last week. Dockside.
I've never eaten at the Dockside. I've been to the Dockside once in my whole life with you, and it was at like one of the cabins that your aunt was staying in. This is fucking 20 years ago, probably.
No, I'm saying like the decks at Dockside.
Yeah, never.
You've never been down to the deck?
Nope.
You should take the wife there for lunch. It's a nice spot. Sit there, you can stare at the boats. That's what I do.
Right.
Not boats. I like boats. I got a touch of the tism when it comes to boats, I think.
I have a touch of the tism when it comes to driving over any body of water.
Yeah.
No, because I'm like looking for signs of fish, signs of like fresh water.
Don't look for birds.
Yeah, don't know.
I'm going to beat that fucking thing till it's fucking dead horse.
But like going over a river, I'm like, oop, there's a rise.
Yeah.
Like when we had Abel's Boy Scout ceremony thing a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you're saying you were sitting there on the Mousom and there's fish rising?
Watching a hatch come off, watching fish rise. I'm like, son of a bitch. So,
I mean, the wife can't get that mad at you if you just walked over and fished it. You know?
I did scope out some trails and stuff that brings, because right there where we were at, it was really wide, but I think it gets a little skinnier, where it'd be good wading and a little bit farther up.
You could also toss the yak in.
Yeah, that's another spot to do that.
Go fucking sling some flies out of the yak. Yeah, George has been fucking getting after it.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy to see that.
I gave him my old Tide Bee waders. The waders that I bought, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to like wade fishing.
Yeah.
Turns out, kind of addicted to it now.
Yeah. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like,
some salt waders.
yeah. So I was like, I'm probably never gonna wade the salt. I mean, I wouldn't mind like just getting out like in a morning to go do it. Like I'm not against it, but also it takes me 3 minutes to launch my boat, and then I'm standing on a boat, dry.
Right.
But he is donating to the Jim Bernstein Fund of
Eldridge Brothers.
yeah, for James Brown of crab pots. I don't know how many he's up to buying at this
Did
point.
mine not break, or did it?
I don't know. And so my question was, had he put on a new leader,
No,
or was that like a 5 foot long leader?
it wasn't 5 foot. It was probably 7. I bet.
Oh, maybe he had put on a new leader at that point then.
We did cut off. There was one section that had a knot in it.
Yeah.
So we cut it off.
Yeah, so it was a newer leader. Because I'm pretty sure that leader that was on there before he took it off, which he can't say anything about because I caught fish on that and didn't lose them. But that leader was like 3 or 4 years old.
I have a saltwater tapered leader on right now.
That's what I fish them. I mean, I know a lot of guys that are like, 12 foot or 12. I like 15 to 20 pound, maybe 12 pound here and there.
Yeah.
But I'll buy the tapered leaders. I don't really.
I'm just lazy.
Well, and like people that are like, oh, I just run straight mono. I'm like, well, I mean, that's cool. I'm glad for you. But.
New leader and Hughes knot broke. Thank you, George.
Oh, good.
That I don't know what I'm doing wrong with my knot.
Are you doing an improved fishing?
No, I'm just doing a regular one.
I do improved.
Improved.
Always for salt. And
That's
I
where to start.
pull the fuck out of them. Like those are fucking seated. Actually, what I've gotten in the habit of doing, because the fucking hooks are so goddamn sharp,
Yeah.
especially on like new flies, is I'll hook the fly into the body of the reel.
Yep.
And then
tie it on that
and then hold the body of the reel and pull against it. So I'm not sticking the shit out of my hand.
Yeah.
Or if I have pliers on board, like I'll just like all the pliers I have like have a slotted spot. So I'll just slip it through there so I can get extra leverage and pull tighter. But yeah, I always do.
I'll have to watch how you tie one on. I've never tied out improved before. I just do the regular fisherman's. Or clinch knot.
Yeah, just spin it a bunch. I do 12. Cause
I do 10. But the only difference is on the improved one, you just run the tag back through the hole or the loop you make, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess I need to start doing that.
I had always said I was going to start. I said on this podcast at the beginning of the year, I was going to just fish perfection loops.
Yeah. And then you lost a fish on one.
Then I lost a fish on one, and I said, all right, well, go fuck yourselves. We're going to go. I don't think it's really going to make or break me missing that many fish. So far, it's been working out all right for me.
I'm sure for certain flies it works better for movement or whatever, but I don't know.
I mean, a clouser is anything with dumbbell eyes, like it's going to move enough.
Yeah.
Where I'm not like that concerned. It was a cool tip that Ian sent today where those bass fishermen are getting away from the split rings on treble hooks.
Yep.
And go into like just a small loop knot.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense. It can move more and but I'm like, if you're really losing bass that much that you're going to sit there and say that is because...
I watched one bass fisherman, every fish he caught and retied. Every single one.
I've seen in that guy on the fucking Pro Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single fish.
I mean, I get it when you're like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're literally like every fish that you're potentially catching is like whatever, even if it's $100,000, even if it's $10,000, I'd make sure all my shit was good.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm literally just fucking with a fish and letting it go. So
tricking it. And all right, well, thanks.
Yeah.
See ya.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. I got my kayak ready for the most part. Got it cleaned up. I need to make the modifications that I want to it. I also need to, I'm going to get, so that thing always gets water in it, a little bit in it from just the hatch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get a couple big car wash sponges.
Yeah.
And just keep them in the hatch. And then I'll just wring them out just so it heeds that problem a little bit. And then put a big, getting in through that. The guy who had it before me had put some sort of magnetic light thing on the top, and he cut the plug off. So it's not easy to get out. So I'm going to put a better drain plug in it, one that seals better.
I wonder if you can just order a new drain plug. Like
yeah, I probably
the
could.
actual one for that kayak.
Yeah, I probably could. So, but I'm going to get, so that has two different levels of where you can have the seat.
Yeah.
And I have it on the highest one now, but the seat still sits back like this. So I'm going to take a 2-inch, get a 2-inch, 2x2 piece of wood and Velcro it, and then have a seat riser and take 2 hose gaskets or whatever and just screw those on, and then put that clamp on, put the back of the seat on top of that, so now it sits level.
What are the hose clamps for?
To hold the seat.
What's the Velcro for?
To hold the board to the kayak. To hold the wood to the kayak. That's the thing. I saw it on Pinterest, actually. Guy takes a 2x, so he cut it to length, the length of that piece where the seat sits. You put Velcro on the kayak, Velcro on the piece of wood, so that sticks there. And then you take the back of the seat, which is round, and you screw hose gaskets to the, or not gaskets, clamps to the wood, and then tighten the seat to that. So it doesn't move around, so it doesn't fall off the back or whatever. Am I making sense?
Yeah, but I'm thinking there's some extra steps here that don't make any sense to me. Because what I would do if I were about to go build this for you is tell you to get 2.5-inch hose clamps, and then we just hose clamp the whole fucking shebang. And then as the seat lifts up, so does your...
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Didn't think of it like that.
Because you want everything to be connected together, right?
Yeah. But I also want the wood to be connected to the kayak, too.
Okay.
And that's where the Velcro comes in. Just for a little extra.
So you put a strip of Velcro between the two fucking hose clamps.
All right. Now we're thinking. That makes sense.
Because then if you want it out, you just undo 2 hose clamps and pull the Velcro off.
Yeah.
And you're hose clamping around the wood. So everything is in one single piece. You don't have a screw failure that fucks you.
Yeah, does it tear out? All right.
That's what I would do.
No, it makes sense. I like that idea.
And if you were really, really technical and we were really good, we could get a router and router at the width of the seat so then it would sit down in.
Good.
I also don't own a router, so good luck.
I own one. I don't know where it is. It's in my storage unit somewhere, but I'm going to just do what you did. That's my project for this weekend. So, but
school's out for summer on Friday for the kids.
Mandy's last day was Monday. Abel's last day was Monday.
I don't know. York's graduation was last Friday.
Yeah, for the high school, right?
Yeah.
So is Marshwood's.
The kids have an entire week of school.
I don't get that.
I don't either.
But it's not like they had a bunch of snow days.
No.
Mandy's school only had 2, and they were for power outages in April.
I think they had 1 or 2, and one of them they classified it as a remote learning day, even though 85% of the town was out of power. So I don't really know how that works.
Yeah.
If we could why don't we just call every snow day a remote learning day and on we go? But But I told George the other day, because he was been fishing. I just completely fucking squirreled on that one. I was like, hey, take the duck hunting boat, the Otter. You can stand in that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Take that down there. Go fish. Take the push pole, so you don't have to fuck with a paddle or anything. And fucking good to go. He's like, well, I might take an anchor. I was like, well, the push pole is an anchor. That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah.
You turn it around, and it's got a sharp pointy end on it, and you drive it into the mud. And you tie a rope around it. And you go, anchored. Because Heath has my other anchor, which was Leah's paddleboard anchor, which she can't paddleboard, so.
Why can't you? Oh, her shoulder.
Yeah. Still. It's bullshit.
If you're not what?
Jesus Christ. How about that Karen Reader? Have you...
Who?
The Karen Reader trial out of fucking Mass?
I've heard. What is this?
So, apparently, I don't know what happened. And I've just been watching it on TikTok. So, I don't have maybe all of the information. But apparently, her husband was a cop. Allegedly, she backed up and hit him and left him to die in a snowbank. It just so happened to be the party that they were at was also a bunch of cop friends that, through the text messages and things that I've been reading, really, really make it out that they are trying to frame her for killing him. And he actually, left the party, got hammered, and fell and...
Gotcha.
froze to death in a snowbank. I don't know. But they are going up one side of this. They were I guess the lead investigator was on the stand today.
Yeah.
And he's fucked, but he's using all the right words to try and say, they had text messages that were let's make this quick because it's, one of our own. And she's going to get some heavy charges out of this. And he's like, so you're talking about Karen Reader here? And basically admitting that you're going to set her up?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying we always do our best to, do a thorough investigation and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're lying.
Yeah.
We all know you're lying.
That's fucking weird.
It was wild. But Canton, Mass, and Mass State Police are all involved in this whole thing, and it's
no shit.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated from the murder trial. This just popped into my head. And I've probably been thinking about this way too much. But, so, I have that 7-weight rod.
Yeah.
Which I've been using a Lamson 7-8 weight reel on.
Yep.
Which I like. With that, I can't remember the Wolf fly line. So I'm thinking, because I want to have 2 8-weights with line on them.
Mm-hmm.
So my old 8-weight rod, that my Cabela's one,
yeah,
somewhere, I think it's on the boat or wherever, I have that Coastal Quick Shooter. So I think I'm going to have Jim swap that line onto that Lamson, and then I have my 2 new 8-weights with reels set up for the salt, and then take that other line and put it on my current 8-weight reel and run that on my 7, reel up on my 7. Or line up on my 7.
Wait, I'm confused. How many reels do you have right now? Do you have reels for everything?
Technically, no. So I have 3 8-weight rods. 2 of them have reels.
Okay.
So I have the one I've been using, my TFO, with that Orvis
Orvis
reel on it. With that, it's a Orvis Hydro sink tip, which I really like that line.
Yeah.
So that one's good. So I have my Echo 8-weight that I haven't used yet. So I'm thinking about taking my Lamson reel that I have on my 7-weight.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I got you. So the 7-weight reel is a 7/8. You're going to put it up to an 8. And then you're going to take your old 8-weight that has a reel on it.
Yeah.
And put the 7-weight line on it.
Correct.
And put it back on the 7.
Yes.
Why are you going to go to gym for that?
Mostly because the way he has that line to the backing on...
Whatever that fucking knot is that
Yeah.
he does. I don't know what he does.
And it's not a welded loop on that one.
Yeah, but you could just do like
A nail knot.
or surgeon's knot.
Yeah. But whatever he does, I don't know how to do it. I don't want to fuck it up. So I'm just going to have him do it. But that's my plan. Then I have 2 8-weights with...
And then you just got a spare Cabela's rod that...
Yeah, that I can use as a spare
Yeah.
in case I break something.
Oh, I finally reached out to Scott and was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? And they're like, yeah, another 1 to 2 weeks. I was like, God damn it.
Oh, wait. So are they... are they turning blanks?
I don't know what they're doing. I honestly don't know how you fix those rods.
Because from the sounds of it, it's just a matter of replacing the section. Every section you have.
So
do they take your guides and put them on a new blank?
I don't know. I don't know if they're building a new rod using all the old hardware, or if they're like actually like cutting and like rebuilding.
I would hope they're building a new rod with your hardware.
I would have really just been okay if they were like, yo, this rod's fucked. We're going to give you like 30% off, like, or 40% off a new one. And I've been like, yeah, that's fair. I completely shattered a rod. I kind of deserve to pay money for a new one. Like, if they were just like, hey, we'll sell you a Centric for fucking $500, I probably would have been like, sounds good, ship it. Like,
yeah.
So I have no idea what they're doing. I'll find out when it shows up, I guess.
Yeah.
But
that's interesting to me.
Trying to figure out what I want to do. I haven't even like looked at Trident's website, only because I've got...
Oh, that's right. You have that credit.
I have credit to there. I really like... Fish Pond makes a really nice chest pack that I think I might buy, because it will also work with my backpack. But it's only $100. So it's like, well... It's not waterproof, which I don't need it to be. Like, it is what it is. Like, if I go under...
It's going to be wet anyways.
It's going to suck, regardless.
Yeah.
My current sling pack isn't waterproof, so whatever.
I want to get I need to get a nice... I'd like to get a nice dry bag. Like a rolled, like what you have. Similar to that.
I really like that bag. I've also been looking at...
I've been looking at some of the Grundens ones.
I got the old man one. I got it at Hamilton, and it wasn't that bad. It was not that expensive. I was looking at a couple other ones. He just ordered a sling pack, a waterproof sling pack for the salt, because he's like, I don't want to take all my shit in there and get it all covered in salt, and also it's not all waterproof. So he's like, I've been leaving it on the shore, wading out, fishing, break off a fucking fly. Now I gotta walk all the way back. Like, Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks. But I'm like, yeah. I've also been looking at the Fish Pond makes a boat box that's for like drift boats,
Yeah.
but it would also be really dope on my boat where like everything is in it and I just throw it on the boat when we go fly fishing.
Have I ever expressed to you my love of like luggage and containers and shit?
No.
So like that's one leg of my autism is I like luggage. And I like
Yet you had to borrow luggage from me
yeah,
to actually go somewhere.
I know. That's how little but I love like looking at luggage, thinking about all the things I can put in it, like the Pelican boxes, like the Pelican section at Cabela's. I could stand there for hours, like opening and like
Scheming in your brain.
scheming in my brain. Like the Harbor Freight boxes, like making that one for my reels was like a dream come true. And I look at when Heath posted his fly tying, like I almost asked him to marry me.
Yeah.
Just because that was such a fucking sick setup with the Yeti Go box and like those things, they make me a happy man.
He's a big gear guy too. And like same thing, like, and it's funny, like
I saw a Pelican gun case on Marketplace today for $150, and I was like, man, that's a really good deal. And then I looked at it, the pictures of it, and it didn't come with any of the foam or anything like that. And I was like, no, fuck that.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's just a little tidbit that you didn't need to know about me.
I like it.
So that fish pond boat box is like up there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a sick box. Sims also makes one.
Yep.
They also just make like a gear tote one that is way cheaper than their boat box. Like Sims's boat box is like $280.
Yeah.
But they also make a gear one that's like $90. And I was like, Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah. Because I've never seen the Sims one. The boat bag one,
Which one are you looking at? How much is it?
$349.
Yeah. So that's their really nice fucking one. They have another one that's not that
The
much.
stash bag.
Is it? Yeah. It's like $100.
Yeah, $129.95.
Yeah. Both very good options. One,
And actually, come to think of it, I don't think I've seen the fish pond one.
the fish pond box is fucking dope. It's very much worth it.
Oh my.
Yeah. It's real nice.
The cut bank.
Yep. There's a lot of cool shit out there.
Yep.
I whipped up some new flies last night.
Saw that. 7 strings.
Yep. I tie up a few more. I didn't realize, and this is going to sound really bad, and I realize what it sounds like, but I didn't realize Jim is credited with the guitar.
Yeah.
You know. I feel like I knew that, but I also didn't remember it and was like, I mean, it makes sense why I fish so well around here.
Tom Gagnon used to tie those by the 5-gallon bucket when he was tying commercially for Eldridge Brothers, and ship them back.
They're not they're not that hard to tie.
Yeah.
I like my variation of it. And I actually I was doing a couple different things last night, and like I think really a lot of it just leads to like what you like. You're tying it more for yourself than you are tying it for the fish.
Yeah.
When like you're using like the rabbit fur and like tucking the gill plates the
Pretty
way.
flies catch fishermen.
Yeah.
Functional flies.
So I really like my change to it, and I think it looks better in the water because also my gill plates don't move.
Yep. Although sometimes I guess that undulation can make a difference of the...
Well, I mean, it's going to move a little bit like
Yeah.
with like you pulling on the fly, but like they'll never lay down on top of the fly, I guess is my point. So like it's always like an attractor like spread out on the fly, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if I put my foot back like that, my right hamstring is going to cramp and I'm going to cry. So I got to leave
I got a cramp in my fucking right hamstring the other night that I was sleeping and it brought me to life like I had been struck by lightning. And it scared the shit out of Manny because I yelped like a dog that just got stepped on.
I remember, it's just one of those things that I'll never forget. Do you remember On the Border, Mexican restaurant in Portland?
Yeah.
It was in the parking lot of the mall. We went there after a soccer game, or it must have been a soccer tournament because my father was reffing and I was playing. So we were both tired and we both sat down and we're sitting in the fucking booth. And it was just me, my dad, and my mom. And both my father and I had hamstrings go.
At the same time?
Like, yeah, we were sitting down, both of just locked up. And so we fucking like, just like in agony, like scooting out of the bench and then like standing there and just like doing a hamstring stretch, just like dying.
Yeah.
But I also got to pick up a boat net.
I've been trying to find one for you because I kind of wanted to get it for you as a gift, but like I don't know what to get and I can't find.
I think I'm just going to go to fucking KTP.
Yeah, like I know you want a rubber one, but and then I was like looking into like an actual like one of those, but those aren't big enough, honestly.
No, they're not.
No.
Like,
So
they don't make them that big. Like, I honestly just like, I'm just going to go to Kittery and just fucking go downstairs and buy the first one I fucking see that I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Because I have two other ones but I'm also just like, I'm not going to, I don't know. Can we just get rid of fucking pop-ups for fuck's sakes? Especially when they fuck up the webpage and now I can't do anything. Kittery Trading Post, you fucking pieces of shit.
what'd they do to the website?
Well, so there's a pop-up right now that I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
fucking get rid of.
They haven't made it mobile friendly yet.
But it's a mobile website.
Big news in the mobile world. Fred Levine got an iPhone 15 Pro.
Really?
Yeah. China just about fell out of their rolly chair when it happened.
What did he have before?
It still had a button on it.
Really?
It was like a 9.
What convinced the man to do that?
The other one had been through the wash too many times, I think. And was finally just starting to give up the ghost.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And he's going to Alaska this weekend, so I think he just wanted to have everything.
What are you going to do with yourself? Well, I guess he's
Yell at his dogs.
He's still got one roommate there.
Police table will be there. Yeah, they're going on an Alaskan cruise for 10 days.
And then he gets back and he's going to do his knee.
I don't think so. Not right off. He retires this summer.
Retiring?
Yep.
Then what's he going to do?
I don't know. After July 1st, he's really kind of off my watch. Love the man to death. But
Don't give a fuck. Good luck, bud.
Call me if you need something. Other than that, I'll be in Elliott.
And it actually better be something you like really need.
Yeah, because that's a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love my father-in-law to death, but I think we're both at the point now. We're like, all right,
It's time.
yeah. Maybe a little less now than a couple months ago. He's gonna be outnumbered.
A lot of hormones in that house now.
Oh man.
Huh. Yeah, that's something to think about for him.
One that's going through menopause and another that's trying
to get there.
Oh fuck. But yeah.
That's great. So I'm happy for him. Welcome to retirement.
Maybe he won't. I don't know. So this has nothing to do with that. But last Saturday at the shop, John was working on Saturday because Mike was gone. And one of Sean's little girls came in.
Yeah.
Kinsley, and she's a fucking spitfire. And she's standing like next to me at the counter, and John walks out from the parts area. Kinsley looks up at him and is like, "Want to fight?" And John's like, "What did I do?" It was awesome.
Not really, but I mean, sure.
And her sister was like, she wakes up and chooses violence.
I appreciate that about some people.
Yeah.
Corinna's that way most days.
When I got here, Liv like walks over all nice and like happy to see me, and then I like start walking over here, and Corinna's like, "Boom! I've been waiting to scare you."
She can dish it. She does not appreciate it when you get her back.
Oh, really?
I brought her to tears the other night. I scared the living shit out of her. It was the best fucking moment of my life. I was dying laughing. She was crying. It was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I scared the shit out of her, and it was the funniest goddamn thing. It's not funny! Yeah, it was. Also, I told you to go to bed like 20 minutes ago, and you didn't, so you fucking deserved it.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Like, George went out tuna fishing today on the Regises.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. They didn't catch tuna.
No.
They caught a bunch of haddock. So they went out to Jeffries.
Yep. George is killing retirement.
I know. I'm like, see, now you're doing the things that you should have been doing at that time that you decided that you should be, going to Florida and shit. I'm like, this is what retirement's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're supposed to buy a boat and then have it tied up next to Craig's, so then we can just go do boat things. But no, want to go teach. Oh, when are you going to be down there? Oh, all of September. Oh, cool. So you were gone all of May, which is the best fly fishing in the state, and then the second best fly fishing in the state. You're going to be gone again.
Some would argue it's even better than May.
Yeah. So, sounds good.
I think I want to go up. There's one weekend I can't go up north in September.
I'm going to be pushed to make anything happen in September.
Oh, you have an outage, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be pushed to make anything happen in October.
Mm-hmm. Or November. Yeah. Daddy might be taking a trip this year. I'll do a family trip still, but Might be
Going on a duck hunting trip somewhere.
or a fishing trip.
Mandy and I decided last night we're taking a vacation next summer, and we're going to Montana. Like, we're going to start planning it.
Got to
Going to do it.
put it on the books.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. I gotta talk to Tom Gagnon, but I'm gonna book days with him out there,
That'd be sick.
2 or 3 days, and then have 2 or 3 days to sightsee around that area. So he's in Missoula, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we've never taken a vacation together. So
It's a honeymoon.
yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna drive it or fly it?
Fly. If I had like 2 weeks, I'd consider driving, but I kind of want to be there in a day.
It's a long day of travel to get to Montana.
Yeah. It's a long 3 days of driving, too.
Yeah, but you get to see cool shit.
This is true. But most of the cool shit I want to see is in Montana.
Yeah. I sort of want to do a trip to like West Virginia, like Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just because you could do it in a day. You could do it in a weekend. Like,
Yeah, a long weekend. Yeah, doing like the yeah.
even I'd do. I think we're doing Catskills again next year, but different spot. I would still be able to go down to one of the rivers because I'd go fish on one of those rivers again. There's another river I will never fish again in my life. I don't really care to ever see that river
The
again.
one where you broke your rod.
Nope.
No.
Nope. The one I broke my rod on, I'd go fish. If someone asked me to go tomorrow, I'd go. I would carry 2 rods, though.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I'd like to explore that area.
We gotta like whore
I wanna-
ourselves out to Kyle. Get a trip to the Bahamas.
Dude, now that the boat's all done, I'm like, I was fucking looking at the boat today, and I'm like, so I talked to, is it Derek Bouchard Fabrication? No,
Jared Bouchard.
Jared Bouchard. I talked to him before the season to maybe have some work done.
Yeah.
Now I'm very much considering a polling platform. That would look so sick.
Yeah. Would.
Fucking big old polling platform up on that thing. And then that boat would be unstoppable.
How much water does that draft?
Not much. I can also tell you on plane, whatever's in the fucking water for the prop, because it does not weigh much. It's a very wide boat, so it displaces a ton of water that way, so it floats a lot higher. But I was kind of looking at it, and I'm like, I could make this into a fucking deadly weapon with a fucking polling platform. I'm still not sold on trolling motor.
In a big way it's nice to hold you in a spot, but fishing off the bow, it's just one thing to get your line
It's
back.
really nice not to have anything up there.
Yeah. The only thing I miss is being elevated a little bit.
Yeah. you do kind of sit down and you can't really get, like, I've thought about just putting my Yeti up there.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty stable to stand on. Who knows? Maybe we'll build a casting platform. The other thing I thought about, because I have thought about that again, is if I were to add that now, I would build so much storage into that.
Yeah.
And I'd have so much space.
Yeah.
Like if I added another 8-inch riser up there, so you're up higher, like back to what it was, and then just make it all storage and like build compartments into it, and like where you'd be walking on hatch covers, but who cares? Like those Bomars are so nice, like you don't get hung up on anything, and just build hatches for, like, have all the life jackets in one, have fucking tackle in the other, have like, and then just have shit everywhere and not have to have it anywhere else. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'd probably just build a new boat. Because the other thing I could do, and actually that's another thing I could have Jared build, is like one of the casting platforms that you see on the flats boats, and like have a backrest built into it, but have it so it's just like it's just you just tighten it down with like quick turnbuckles
all up in the front.
Yeah. And then you just sink. So then the only thing on the front deck that would be there permanently would be tie downs.
Yeah.
and you could even get the flush mounted ones to where you don't have to worry about it. And then you just put that in and you have a backrest so you can stand up there and cast.
Yep.
But I'm very happy with my motor. I'm very happy that boat ran today.
Tomorrow, we fish.
It can't decide if it wants to rain or not. It's really annoying me.
Yeah.
That was the other reason I was like rushing around today, because I was looking at this
poured
fucking...
this morning.
It didn't rain in fucking Seabrook at all. No.
Tomorrow's looking okay.
Tomorrow's looking perfect. But like there's rain fucking popping up every now and then here around here right now, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, it's gonna be probably shoot for 4-ish tomorrow is my guess.
Maybe a little windy. But
where's it blowing out of? What's tomorrow doing?
I don't know.
It's out of the west. We're good.
Out of the west, fish bite the best, right?
That's right.
So out of the west, that means it's actually...
Just kidding. It turns to like out of the southeast tomorrow afternoon. Oh. I was looking at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Never mind.
That's all right. We'll still be on fish. If the amount of fish that we just saw today, just on the fucking screen, is any indication of what we're about to do tomorrow, we'll be all right. Oh, this person's not going to hear this podcast, but if you somehow stumble upon this podcast and you were putting in a hard-sided drift boat in Trape today, you're a cocksucker. Just let it be known. You don't put the motor on the fucking boat on the ramp, you fucking twat waffle. Also, when you're pulling up to a boat ramp and there's a bunch of signs that say, hey, check to see if there's a truck coming out, Maybe stop there and not stop in the middle of the fucking road when there's a truck coming up that's about to fucking run you off the fucking road. I could have fucking killed that old man. I was already spun up enough, and I purposefully did not say anything because I knew if I did, Garrett was headed. Garrett was going off a deep end.
Yeah.
This is called maturity.
Right.
So I'll just talk
Good
shit
on
on
you.
a podcast about it. You're a fucking idiot in your stupid little fucking drift boat. And then
What kind of drift boat was it?
I don't know, Stealthcraft, I think. It was a hard side
Yeah.
with a little 5.5.
You must have been going up in the creek or something.
It was a little white. It was a white F250 extended cab. Had mounts on it for like a camper to slide in the back.
Interesting.
Spin fishing.
Okay. Get the fuck out of here. I don't like you.
That's when I knew. I saw him fucking loading in these spin rods, and I was like, you know, of course, just sitting there on the ramp doing all of this. Backed it into the water with the ratchet strap still on the boat, holding it to the trailer. So that was number one. Then pulls it back out, and then stops on the ramp, takes the straps off. Then he's got to fuck with putting lines on the boat. And then he's like, oh, I probably should put the motor on right now. Puts the motor on, gets the gas can, gets that on. Then pulls out fucking 2 ugly sticks to fucking load into the boat. And I was like, you know.
Go straight to hell. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Let's go fish.
It was a good round, too. We made it another hour after we...
I think it was like technically round 3.
Yeah, it was round 3.
Fuck it.
Whatever. Goddamn technical difficulties.
Right? We'll get after him tomorrow.
Go fish tomorrow. Maybe fish Friday. Or at least cruise around Friday. Go burn some fuel through that thing. It needs it, you know. It's good.
Break it in.
Yeah.
It's only got 300 hours on it.
I know. I really should keep better track of how much time I spend on the water, but I don't. But man, is it nice just to turn that key and just whoop.
Yeah. I like how it's got the little beep when you start it.
Yeah. The other one did too.
Did
I
it?
just never let it get there. I would always try and start it before the beep could cycle through. But yeah, she's ready. It turns out the gas tank's about 56 gallons, somewhere around there. Oh, that's the other good thing. So we were trying to run it out of fuel.
Yeah.
I might have pulled 2 gallons out of the tank.
I remember your dad saying that. That's awesome.
I pulled it all out through the... I was like, let's just see. Like, there can't be much left in this. And because he had opened up the hatch to the sending unit, and he tapped on the tank, and it sounded fucking empty. And I was like, well, let's see if it really is empty.
Breaking news. My wife found my fly box.
Yeah?
Yep.
What a good lady.
Yeah. It doesn't have, to my knowledge, it doesn't have makeup in it. Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, folks. Get out and fish. Tag us. Send us your pictures.
Oh, yeah. Big social media guys here.
Right. Yeah.
I'm almost at the point I've had my withdrawal, and I need Facebook Marketplace.
You've gone through your detox and you just can't handle it.
Yeah.
Hashtag mainly stupid.
Yeah.
We'll just put that. Mainly, hashtag mainly stupid outdoors.
Or just mainly
Yeah,
stupid.
whatever. We'll look at both. Probably
Yeah.
not, but just get out and fish.
Post some fish pics.
Tag us.
Tag us.
Maybe you'll get featured on a Instagram story.
Oh, we'll definitely talk about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can add us on Instagram with all your fish pics.
Right?
And then we'll review them, and then we'll talk shit on the podcast. It's going to be a great time. Who wouldn't want to do this?
Right?
Not necessarily talk shit. We'll give kudos to where kudos are due.
Right?
I won't eviscerate people for their handling of fish. Like,
I've seen some. Let me just get this off my chest. I've seen some fucking horrible striper handling pictures posted on the Maine, New Hampshire striper page, and it's
oh
like,
yeah,
what are these fucking guys thinking? Not just, I mean, not let alone handling the fish that way, but posting it.
yeah.
Like posting a striper that's covered in sand, like you just dragged it through the fucking beach. Come on, man. Like,
Well, and not only that, but like, don't you want a better picture with the fish?
right?
Like, for me personally,
Rinse
like,
that fucking thing off,
yeah, spit on it. I don't know.
right? Flip it over. Like, take a picture from the other side.
Yeah.
But, end rant. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.